hello, my lovelies. Foxy Crow here. And I'm happy to say I just finished another art piece for a client. And dear God, sorry for that language, but you have to understand, I stopped drawing for about 6 months ago. And my last piece was this. Mind you, this art is already on there, but I just edited it just a bit and changed up some things to make it more fitting. This was the last thing. You have probably seen this image online. Yeah. But the only things I did different was this down here, the numbers on here, the glowing bits, the core, the other glowing gems, this. Most of that. I mostly changed the colors around. The original edit goes to there. But this is Codebreaker, my fan-made subspecies of the boosted gear. Basically, anytime you hook up with anything electronic or anything like that, you gain those. It's a code, so. And in my headcanon of this version, it sucks up the code, and then you punch maybe a electronical, it breaks that code, sucks it up, adds that code to the boosted gear. To put it in layman terms, upgrade, Benten upgrade, but code. And then add boosted gear abilities to that upgrade ability, and then turn that back into the boosted gear. Simple. But the main reason is I just finished an art piece. I'm not getting into all of this right now. But most of my work is, yeah. Except for this, I just changed some pits here. Fix some stuff. Not same here, but I found the concept of this, but it was just all blank. I fixed that up, but the rest are original. This is original as well. The only thing here that's not original is this, because I was fooling around with the colors. See, but you will see. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, something doesn't add up here. Yeah, so I was commissioned. Sorry. I was commissioned to make Yuji Sukuna. A terrifying combo. And I got rid of the other stuff because it was clouding up most of my stuff. So, prepare yourself, because this shit slaps. So, I'm not good at drawing humans at all. But backgrounds and effects and coloring, goddamn, I hit. So, you can tell this, I just took I didn't draw, technically, but I outlined and did all the folds and stuff like that. But, except for the hand, I had to chop that in. And, yeah, still, the hand doesn't suit right. But, yeah. Look at that devilish smirk. So, to put it simply, we know that Gojo, blue attracts, red repulsed, and purple deletes. But it's also infinite mass, or in this case, infinite space. Where would all that stuff that I think of the hollow purple as a black hole. If there's a black hole, there's always going to be a white hole. I believe in that theory wholeheartedly. So, this is it. The white hole, or in this case, the destruction void. Bad naming, I think. The client liked it. Oh well. To put it simply, take a white hole, make it the size of a golf ball, and then condense all the stuff that Gojo has ever used hollow purple on in his entire life, and then compress that all down into a golf ball size thing, and keep on compressing it as more and more times he uses hollow purple. Now, I used the wrong term for what I gave my client. It was fusion reaction, not nuclear fission. I think, anyway. Basically, split an atom. Now take that golf ball size and split all those condensed atoms and compress that even more. And do that over and over and over and over again. Splitting them up until the atoms have their own atoms, and those atoms have their own atoms. That's how powerful this golf ball size thing is. Now, fill that up with two heavenly restrictions. Gojo has to have used 10 hollow purples or more to use. That was step 1. To use, and he cannot say nothing during any time he uses hollow purple. He cannot explain hollow purple to get that even more boost, because that's the heavenly restriction for this destruction void. You'll understand in a second. But to put it in other terms, destruction void is basically saying, hey, you want to see what happens when 500 compressed nukes goes off in the golf ball size space and then gets compressed again and again and again? Well, you're about to see what happens. So that's what's happening right now inside that hand. Nuclear fission, I think, is going off so many times, is exploding and then compressing like that multiple times. It's so much that sorry, got a little lightheaded there. But when that fires off, imagine 5,000 world-shattering bombs going off at once on one person. But it's safe enough to use on planet Earth. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? But those are the two heavenly restrictions. The more times heavenly hollow purple is used, the stronger Destruction Void is, and the longer he goes without saying anything, the stronger Destruction Void becomes. You want me to tell you why? You cannot say anything? It's because of him. I have a headcanon. I don't think it's true, but I have a headcanon. This is a big if Sukuna takes over a host, I see two possible ways this is going. One, he takes over the host, it does nothing but allows him free movement. This is where my thoughts come in. When he takes over a host, he gains access to the host memories. So, what I'm trying to suggest here is when he took over Megumi's host, as a host, he found out there's a copy user. Instead of being a dumb one, like Canon, or that possibility, he went after Yuta. He went after Yuta and did the same thing he did with Yuji and Megaman. I'm going to get names confused. I'm sorry. I'm not good with them. But to put it in simpler terms, he took over Yuji's body, Sorry, English today is not working for me at all. Sukuna took over Yuji's body. Now, what happens? I found it strange that he could copy techniques, and since techniques usually combine together with the will of the person who's using them, and I found it kind of cool how he kind of fused himself with the 10 Black Shadows, so merging himself with those shadows. So I said, hey, what happens when he merges copied abilities together? So I said, screw it, let's go with that. So when Sukuna takes over Yuji's body, Yuji's curse technique evolves, allowing him to use combined together curse techniques. So, for example, let's say Panda and Toji. Pandas can transform, and Toji needs to clap or make a noise to teleport. Now, imagine transforming to have 100 different hands, with any of them clapping. It makes you teleport. So, yeah. So this is what it is. It's basically saying, I'm going to switch hosts again, or evolve to only have 3 arms, because this is a sacrifice move. You heard me correctly, this is a sacrifice move. I don't know vein anomaly or whatever, but just imagine Sukuna merging all the transformations, all the muscle enhancements, all the amplifiers, all the stockpiles, all the regenerations, all the muscles, all the body amplifiers, and then merge them all together into this arm. And then combine all the fire together, combine all the wind together, combine all the water, earth, etc., etc. Now, put blood, fire, so that. Sorry, English today. Combine the fire and wind together to make extremely hot. Now combine water and earth plus lightning together and make that mixture. So he split the water in half, mind you. So, blah. Okay, let me get my thoughts together. Okay, so water, earth, and lightning combined together, and he infused them into his bone techniques with those muscle enhancements and everything, so reinforcing them with that elements. Now he took any blood or nervous system or anything like that, and mixed the flowing of water, the speed of lightning, and the burning heat with the mixture of water, fire, and wind, and put them through his nervous system and his veins. So this is what you're seeing right here. It's basically his veins are lighting up on fire. And the transformation is taking place, but you can still see his muscles. You can still see them. Yeah. Sorry. Now take all of them and merge them together. Now let's take Sukuna's slashing ability. Now let's take all the attack or random nonsense abilities, merge them all together with his slash ability. So when he slashes someone now, it just does random different effects all at once. So like 100 different effects happens when you get cut by him. The first cut maybe burns, the second one freezes, the third one turns into dust. The next, that's just one slash, mind you. The K, yeah, you're just dead at that point. Okay. Now let's take that random ass ability and focus it all in the fist. And now let's take all the charging techniques and amplify them up with all the amplifiers, all the stockpiles, everything like that. And while we do that, let's combine all the random ass stuff together into slashing attack. So now we have a monstrous arm, regeneration, a charging, and a slashing. Now let's take that arm and regeneration and merge them. Now let's take that slashing and arm and merge them. Now let's take that slashing arm, regenerating slashing arm, and now let's combine that with a charge. So you're seeing him right now charge this sucker. The more time passes, ooh, sweet lover of God, the hotter it gets. So, to put it in simple terms, take Fire Fist Ace that. Take Ace from One Piece, how fast his flames can go, but the heat and attack of Aokiji's, and then merge that together with the breaking effect and shockwave power of Whitebeard. So take the tremor fruit, the magma fruit, and the flame fruit, and mix them all together, and you get this. And that's nothing. So it's, to put it simply, it's heating up the air so much with just a single punch. It is burning almost all the air molecules. The oxygen is heating up. Everything in the air is heating up. Right now, nothing is happening. Nothing at all in this image. But I can just imagine Gojo is sweating his balls off, wanting to say something to stop him right here now by firing Destruction Void. Now Sukuna would just say, nah, fuck that, let's charge. So he is sitting there letting Gojo fire off these Destruction Purples, not knowing what's going on. Mind you that. Going on, and Gojo has to not say anything how to use this attack, so Yuji's curse technique doesn't copy and he can merge it together with this fucking fist. So yeah. So Gojo has to stay silent because, in my headcanon, anytime people explain their abilities, Yuji understands that, and by that understanding, manipulates his own curse energy into copying anyone else's by understanding how those effects work. So in that case, if Gojo even for a second explains what this technique is, it is over. The only word he can say is Destruction Void. And when Sukuna is done, all he needs to do is punch. Punch the ground, the entire world, half of Tokyo, probably, burst into fucking flames. Sorry for the cursing, but it's true. But if he just pulls back his fist and punches forward, just imagine. Okay, so how would I put this in the best word? Imagine a bow and arrow. That arrow then goes through, is flying. Just imagine each time it's flying, just imagine not Blackbeard, but Whitebeard's fruit crackling off of it. Bang, 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 bang. But each time it's breaking off, it's splitting into more and more and more and more and more heat. And that heat is pushing it even further and faster. And that heat is hot enough to put it in simple terms, this arm, right now, if Mount Everest was a volcano, it would then be condensed down into 50 of these. 50 Mount Everests as a volcano into this arm. Bye-bye arm. Because no human can handle that. Not even Gojo. But could Sukuna handle 5,000 world breakers on his body? So, Mount Everest versus a world breaker. But mind you, it's in his fist. So take the fist, the same size as that ball. So, yeah, let's see what happens.